Hi everyone, Summer here with the Story of Sen, and today I wanted to tell you about all of the books that I got, well, fairy books that I got in October! I have a stack of them here, and I'm going to tell you all about them. It won't be a super long video or anything, but I did want to show you my books that I got in October because I'm so excited about them. In my spiritual practice, in my fairy practice, I have mentioned before different kinds of books to seek, fae stuff out, learning about it and connecting and all that stuff. So I just wanted to show you some of the books that I recently bought to improve that for myself. So one of the ones is by Reverend Robert Kirk, and it's Elves, Fauns, and Fairies. It's The Secret Commonwealth. It's not a very long book, but it's kind of got some dense stuff in it. It's got essays and whatnot. And this one was written back in, wow, that is not what I was looking for. There we go. So Robert Kirk. So it was the late 1600s because that's when, yeah, so it was late 16. The late 17th century, a Scottish minister went looking for supernatural creatures of a middle nature betwixt man and angel. Robert Kirk roamed the Highlands, talking to his parishioners and other country folk about their encounters with fairies, wraiths, elves, doppelgangers, and other agents of the spirit world. Magic was a part of everyday life for Kirk and his fellow Highlanders, and this remarkable book offers rare glimpses into their enchanted realm. So I'm very excited to read this. The next one that I got is Fairy Tale One Woman's Search for Enchantment in the Modern World by Signe Pike. And it's in search of something to believe in again. Signe Pike left behind a career in Manhattan to undertake a magical journey, literally. She did a sweeping tour through England, Ireland, Scotland, and beyond. She takes readers to dark glens and abandoned forests, ancient sacred sites, and local pubs, seeking those who might still believe in the mysterious beings we've relegated to the dusty corners of our childhood imaginations, fairies. So that sounds interesting too. And then this one's a huge tome. It is The Fairy Faith in Celtic Country by W.I. Evans Wentz. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's, are pixies, mixies, elves, fauns, and leprechauns real? Are they the vestiges of culture so rich in imagination and storytelling that even skeptics become convinced of their existence? So this back here is, this is an older book too. Wentz, let's see, Wentz was, this particular book was published in 1994, but I do believe, let's see, I think it was 1911 for Wentz. I think it was. Yeah, it's got an introduction in 1989, but Wentz lived up into the 1950s, I believe. He was like 88 years old when he died, and he did a lot. He did like the Tibetan Book of the Dead and this book and some other stuff. So he's pretty significant in a lot of different ways. So I'm really excited to dive into this. You can see I'm only partway in, and there's a lot already. And I haven't even actually started in the Wentz stuff. I'm still into the introductory stuff, and it's like, holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. That's some information. This is going to be like, I read some of it and then I have to process. Last book that I got was a Kickstarter that I have been so excited for. Oh my gosh. So it is this book right here. Yeah. It is The Grimoire of Forgotten Fairy Tales. These are poetry from William Moore. And he is so interesting. He's on TikTok, and he did, some of you might already have seen him, but he did this little skit of himself talking to himself, and his one part of himself is a little bit darker, so it's like, find a penny, pick it up all day, how long you'll have good luck. And then the other part comes through, like the dark part, and he's like, ooh, yeah, just kind of like lingers. And then let me see, can I find something that would work for you guys so you can understand what I'm talking about? Let's see. There's the penny one, I think. Yeah, see a penny, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Catch a star and make a wish. Greet the dawn with sunlight's kiss. In the forest, seek a door, opens to forgotten lore. Catch the glow of a fairy's flight in the heart of the darkest night. Wake a shadow deep and old. In the gloom, its secrets unfold. Pick a relic dark and cursed. Feel the universe reversed. And it goes on. Okay, like seriously, it's all poetry by him. And I'm so very, very excited to really explore this. And the reason why I got it is because I do not feel like fae stay in one form. Okay, I don't feel like they are always back in the 1600s. Okay, that whatever that was back then was what was modern for them. We're modernizing, and Fae are modernized too. It's not like they stay the exact same forever and ever and ever. That's unrealistic to even think that that's the way it works. It doesn't. We don't stay that way forever and ever. Nothing does. There's ever evolving change, and I feel like this was inspired by Fae, and it takes old riddles and it brings it more modern. It pulls it into a fairy-like state that I'm really excited about. So I'm really excited to see how this all plays out and kind of explores poetry. And he's not, I don't know a whole lot about him, okay? But what I do know is he's very interesting and he doesn't break character. Like if you're on his TikTok, people are asking, where did you find this? Where did you find the rest of this? Because they want to believe that it is complete. You know, that's the complete version of it, of Find a Penny, Pick It Up, or whatever it is. Even though it's not technically the version of it, it's just an addition to that version. And what he'll do is in the comments, he'll say, I found it on a scroll in the middle of the forest. Isn't that fantastic? I just love that. So yeah, so these books are all going to be explored, and I have a couple of books that I'm currently reading before I get to those, like The Celtic Twilight by W.B. Yeats. I have finished, and I have done some things with, and I want to work on these a little bit more, but I'm like cross-referencing between different kinds of books. And this one right here, I did mention it. I've only picked sections here and there out of it, but I thought it was really cool that her introduction is super short in this book, the Fairies, Elves, and Goblins, the old stories. It's really, really short, but it's really great too. You may call them good people, strangers, the gentry, honest folk, people of peace, tidy ones, mother's blessings, them that's in, or simply themselves, but never speak their true names. They are older than history and bittersweet as memories. They dwell under the ground, inside the hill, through the passage, beneath the water, and beyond the mist. And she kind of just keeps going, but it's only like one page. That's it. And then it goes into all these different stories. And in the back is really interesting. Like, I didn't go into a lot of these books when I did my first, you know, what I read kind of books for my fairy spirituality, my fairy faith. But it's really interesting. Like, she has notes in the back that's talking about the stories that are the oral traditional stories that she put in here, and she's, you know, she's just going over notes about that story, and it's really interesting. And she even has a bibliography back here that references so many different things that it's pretty crazy. It's pretty cool. It's very, I'm excited for those stories and the way that she writes, and looking forward to seeing her notes as I read a story. You know, read the story, go look at her notes, and be able to like compare and see what she's talking about. That'll be really cool. And then the other one that I'm currently reading is the Irish Tales of the Fairies. So this is way more modern. Okay, this is not old. It's just talking about oral stories that have been told through the times, right? This one is like, yeah, this one's 2019, okay? 2013 were originally published, republished in 2019 as another edition. This one right here is by Jeremiah Curtin. I think is how you pronounce his name. And this one is back in 1895. So we have 1865 and 1895. And then these other ones, you know, are also at different versions. Let's see. Reverend Kirk was, what did I say he was? Yeah, late 60s. So Yeats and Kirk kind of around the same time. Jeremiah is a little bit after them. So yeah, it should be really interesting to see how all of this works out. And I'm kind of like cross-referencing these different books, just learning and experiencing and, you know, seeking. So that's what I'm doing. And these are the books that I got, and I'm very excited about them. And I will let you know how they go as I get them done. But this is a whole process. It's not going to be quick, and it's not going to be, I mean, it's a process. Okay, guys, it's a process. So what are you guys reading that's fairy related? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are not subscribed, please do subscribe. I've got a lot of people who watch my videos who are not subscribers. So I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed if you enjoy my content. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a very great day.